Today is supposed to be the big day. The actual day. No more horsing around.
This sounds oddly
This is
familiar,
supposed to be-
like maybe
yeah.
we've actually said this before.
So,
But today is gonna be the day.
what do you have on the agenda? What's left?
It's literally just a PCV. I've got one vacuum line to cap, and then we can run it up to full temp for the first time. And we already have full oil pressure, so we know we're gonna be good there. And today's gonna be the day. Today.
What is this?
I'm doing a little JB welding currently to start the day.
On what?
Oh, it's some festive jewelry. The wife gives me a to-do list when things break. It's either I fix it or we throw it away, and I refuse to throw away pretty much anything that I can fix, and we can basically fix anything, so.
JB Welding and Earring. That's a new one.
All right, we are all done with the transmission work and breather hoses. Just took a chance, or took an opportunity while it's still up on the lift to set preload and adjust ride height on the coilovers, so we can start at least driving around to break the engine in without rubbing everything. So let's get this thing down and fire it up. All right, so it's Friday afternoon. You figure you're gonna do a real quick little job, and of course it's on your daily. So Tom's in here having fun with 5 minutes, but I see no steering wheel. I see dash half apart. I see a bunch of stuff that means he's not driving this thing home right this second, I would say.
No, I've been putting this off for a while. I didn't have low beams, and it was just the directional switch here. You could move
Just the directional
Yeah.
switch.
You could move it a little bit, and then the low beams will come on and they go off. So I've just been driving around with high beams for a while. And I've had the switch in a bag for at least a month, sitting in the back seat.
Procrastinating, not wanting to do the job. Figure, yeah, we got a few minutes. We'll just do it right now, real quick.
Yeah, it's
Real quick.
turning into more than a few minutes.
Oh, yeah. So since this is the daily, you're here till it's done.
I gotta finish it now.
We've got the transmission and axle all squared away, all the breather hoses, done all the wiring. When we fired this thing up for oil pressure, it got pretty smoky and loud, so.
Oh my God. Okay.
A little smoked out!
A little bit.
Woo! Figure while it's still up on the lift real quick, got this flange, gonna stick it on there, we're gonna make a piece of pipe and weld it in so we can connect it to the rest of the exhaust. And even though it's got no resonator and it's a catless downpipe, it'll be a little bit quieter, but at least it'll exit out the ass instead of underneath my ass of the seat. So let's stab this in there real quick. Yum. Smells like vinegar. Yum, 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 yum. Just a little bit of insurance. Make sure it seals. All right, we got this little pipe bent and welded in there. One of the benefits of having a pipe bender on premises. So new flange, gasket, a couple little bends, connect back to the original catback. This is story of our lives. You can't, sometimes no matter what, VIN number, everything you try to give them, every serial number, you still just can't get the right shit.
Yeah, that's not the truth.
So a lot of stuff happened off camera that I wasn't prepared for, hence why I didn't film it. I was just trying to tidy up the engine bay with a couple of, random wires that were coming through the firewall that I didn't need, just to try to get everything out of the way, make sure nothing was going to spark and whatnot. And that literally led to this huge jumbled mess. There was a remote start / alarm in there that I didn't even have a key fob for. We had literal LED strips like front to back underneath every single floor for like kick panel in the trunk, tons of stuff. I mean, there was just literally wires front to back, resulting in tearing the dashboard apart, resoldering the ignition, a bunch of stuff. So now it's clean up, run it, finally.
Well, the exhaust is done. I think all the fluids are in it. The axle's in it.
I don't see anything dripping on the ground.
But the car's still in the air.
Are we planning on finishing this today, or?
Come on, you know I gotta have my snack. This is like 5 minutes, and we're just gonna edit it out, and then they're gonna think that we just went from exhaust to, they're not gonna know. Shh. I just need my food. So as you can see, I have everything here checked off my list, except nut and bolt, but that's not gonna stop us from heat cycling this thing, and that's just general precaution since we didn't really put the rest of the car together. And obviously all the interior and body stuff is irrelevant right now. So, nothing left on the pick list, no more excuses, no more lollygagging, no more putting it off. The moment of truth.
Did you fix that other O-ring?
Yes, yep, I have both O-rings in. Thanks for putting me on blast again. So yes, everything is off the list. It is time. Can't put it off anymore. It's Friday night. We want to get the hell out of here. Let's do this right now. It's already cranked up, but that was a little while ago, so we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna disconnect the crank sensor, get oil pressure again, and get it all primed, and then actually fire it up. And we have oil pressure. It's amazing how fast you get oil pressure when you have an oil pressure sending unit that actually works.
Can you put any sort of pipe on that thing?
Come on, you don't want all that smoke from all that assembly lube and shit just, choking your eyeballs out?
No.
That's the click I want to hear. Let's kick these lift arms out so if this thing starts smoking crazy, we can get it the hell out of the shop. All right, you want to work the door for this smoke show? So I should probably move the car that's blocking the garage door so when I send this thing out, I don't back into it. Be right back.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What's not underneath the hood right now that you normally would have on a car that's running to get up to operating temperature?
What happened?
A little overflow bottle or a little coolant tank and
Yeah.
some coolant to expand and contract.
You don't have any coolant in this thing?
Well, I don't have the bottle all ready to go so I can make sure it heat cycles and everything.
Oh, Jesus.
I got so excited and ahead of myself. All right, so now we have the spill-proof funnel all hooked up. Kind of tough to see with this light, but we got some super blue in there, of course. I'm gonna bring the idle up, vary it a little bit so we can break in those cams. Oh no, I have every single cylinder misfire. Ha. That's just because we disconnected the crank sensor in order to crank for oil pressure. No problems here. Almost up to temperature. Alright, we just sucked some down, so the thermostat definitely opened. Add a little bit more in there. So far, so good. Check underneath here. Well, the good news is, minus a little bit of coolant that I spilled filling it, we got nothing leaking. That's always a plus. All right, fans are cycling. We are fully up to temperature. No ticks, no leaks. Not that you can really see, but no more smoke out the tailpipe. So, ready to spill this oil, get some fresh break-in oil, and then next week we can start actually putting some mileage on it. All right, so that is a wrap on this episode and this saga of starting the engine, but that is definitely by no means a wrap on the car and the project, but huge milestone. This is exactly how I want to end the Friday, going into a long weekend, knowing that this thing runs, moves under its own power. We don't have to push it anymore.
No, we don't.
So I'm super excited right now. This is great. I'm gonna get rid of this oil while it's hot, and then I'm gonna close up the shop and walk the hell out of here. My head held high, because finally I can put a W in this column for the first time ever on this car. So super excited right now.
So I think in the next episode we should now tell the story. Now that it runs,
Yes.
it hasn't blown up on the first start. I think we should tell the story.
At points, I wanted to shoot myself or the car or both,
So I think after his first test drive, we'll tell you guys the story on it.
and I will have a huge cheese grin on my face after that too.
All right, we'll see you guys in the next one.